Okay, I've got a cool songwriting tip for you today. If you've ever been interested in songwriting, this is going to be very, very useful for you. This was something I didn't learn for like 20 years of writing songs that I really wish I'd known earlier on. I'm going to show you how to use the guitar as a tool to find chords that work with wherever the composition is going. Let me show you that there's a shortcut here. It's like a pattern that you can memorize that you can use again and again in the future. Let's say you're writing a song and the first chord of the song is, for argument's sake, let's say it's A minor. So you're sitting down at the guitar, you want to write a song, you just want to start something off. So you choose A minor, it's a cool, mysterious kind of chord. You're wondering where to take it next, okay? So this is the trick. You find the root note of the chord, whatever is the first chord of the song. So you need to have the first chord of the song. Once you've got that, find the root note for that chord on the 6th string. So for A, that would be here on the 5th fret. That A note there, that's the root note of an A minor chord. Remember, the root note of a chord is just whatever the first letter of the chord is. So I want to write the song, it's in A minor. I find the A root note on the 5th fret, and then I just come down one and along two. Those two there, those two notes are D and E. So that means that D minor will go well with your A minor and E minor will go well with your A minor. So you found the root note, it's a minor chord, so you come underneath and that D minor and E minor. So we now know if we go to D minor, we know it will work. Yeah, it sits nicely with the A minor. Let's try going A minor to E minor. Yeah, that works too, doesn't it? The two chords knit together very nicely. Okay, I'm going to show you how to find another three. Now we started off with A minor here. We went A, A minor, D, D minor, E, E minor. Now to find three more chords that will work well with this framework, just go up 3 frets. Now this is because we started off with a minor chord, okay? So we go up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the same pattern works here. C, F, G. That's what those notes are. C, F, and G. Can you see how the pattern is the same as the pattern down here? Yeah, it's the same thing. We have the root note here, down and along to. Same here, C, F, G. So if we play our A minor chord, we choose to go to C, it works and it takes us somewhere new. Let's go to the F and then the G. Alright, so what we just did there was very quickly, we found 6 chords that work really well together in any order. Now some will sound better than others, but none will sound bad or wrong. Now, if your first chord was a major chord, then you just do it in reverse. Let's say the first chord of your song was C, for argument's sake. Then your root note would be here. So you would go C, F, G. We know that C, F, and G work well together. And then to find the other 3, you would go down the neck 3 frets. 1, 2, 3. To go to A minor, D minor, and E minor. So I hope you just see that's a really, really easy way to find all of the chords in a given key. And like, I just wish that somebody had told me this decades ago, because when I first started out writing songs, it was completely trial and error. You know, I would just try a chord and then maybe this chord will work. And maybe this chord will work, and I just kind of bounced around the fretboard for years without knowing how this stuff, you know, sat together. And it was only one day when I was kind of sitting down at the guitar and I realized the location of those things. I was like, oh right, I can use this in any key. I just showed you it there using A minor and C major, but it will work in any key. Those shapes are movable. Let's do it again with a different key, just to sort of re-emphasize the lesson and show it to you in a different setting. If you've got it already, feel free to end the video. But if you'd like to see this in a couple more keys, just to really hopefully try and internalize it a bit better, let's do that. let's say we were writing a song and we were in a kind of bright and cheerful mood, and we were going to start off with the D major chord. Yeah, nice, bright, kind of happy chord. Okay, and then we wanted to find some chords that would work with that. Well, it's D major chord, so we would find the D note on the 6th string, which is up here on the 10th fret. Okay, we come down one. That note there is G, and that note is A. So we know that D major down here will work well now with G major and A major. So let's try that out. D. Let's go to A. Yeah, they work well. G. Yeah, those chords go well together. Now let's find the minor chords that go with this. We've just figured out the first 3 major chords in the key of D. D major, G major, and A major. And to find the 3 minor chords that are in the key, we start off on D and we go down the next 3 frets. 1, 2, 3. B minor. And then we go here, E minor. And then we go here, F sharp minor. All right, interesting. So should we see how they work together? So we can go from D major to the B minor. Ooh, that works nicely. Then we could mix it up and we could go to the A major that we found before. And the G. Yeah, that's a really cool chord progression that we've just put together there. That absolutely works. Remember that if you use these patterns, like I said, nothing will ever sound terrible, but of course some things will sound better than others. The one final tweak that I'd like to encourage you to make in this is, don't be afraid to try making those minor chords major and vice versa, because sometimes you can stumble across something that shouldn't really work in the key, but it just does work. So I don't know, maybe like a good example of that would be something like the start of Hotel California, is it? Yeah, so it's like, they've gone from an A minor to an E major there, which sort of shouldn't work really, but it does work, you know. So a lot of music is breaking the rules. I've just showed you how to quickly find the chords in a key, and that's great if you want to compose coherent music with a structure that works really well. But some of the best moments in music are when something unexpected happens and there's a chord that just makes you go like, oh, you know, that was just the perfect chord at the right moment. And a lot of the time, those chords that are the best moments in songs, it's when something unexpected occurs. It's when a chord that sort of should have been minor is major, or vice versa. It should have been major, but it was minor. So don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be constrained by this framework I've just given you. This is something that you can use to build a skeleton of a song very quickly. But don't be afraid to tweak it and change it and throw in extra things. You know, that's the seasoning sometimes that gives a song real personality. What happens if you change one of the major chords to a 7? Say the A major becomes an A7. What happens if one of the minors becomes a minor 7? Don't be afraid to mix it up and experiment with those different voicings. Sometimes that's the best stuff. Hope you've enjoyed this video today. Hope you picked up some new ideas. If you have, please like the video. That helps other people find it. And subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Thanks for watching. Now go and pick up your guitar.